Beep, beep. Okay. Boop. Beep, boop, boop. My headset sounds like that. And I am also a man, and we like to make sound effects. Yes. Sound effects is funny. And also, I found the manual. I downloaded the manual for the Aerostar 600, and I found some good stuff in here. And it's actually only, let's see, 54 pages long, so it's kind of reasonable. But they have lots and lots of charts and tables and stuff in here. And I love it. Let's see. I know there is nothing happening right now, so let's do that first. We're going to Australia. We are going to no, we're not going there. We're going to. This is Africa, wrong continent. Whoa, 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 whoa. King One. If anybody knows the history of this airport, please tell me in the description below. Actually, I'm actually interested. I love knowing like facts, especially when I fly to places and people like, yeah, I live near there and it's like this and so on. So, um, okay, we are going from there to, I think, Point Cook. Yes, arrival. And I think we had some, if I do this, not view, this we want, why isn't this always on? Nav aids and what, where did you go? Fixes position. So, okay. EFB. No, okay. So I want to go by add Durva. Let's add data. Let's add that. We can add pips. Yes. And we can add webs. And why I do that is because I want to be coming in, do just a left downwind. No, I don't want to do this krumelur. So let's remove the krumelur. Row change, direct, change procedure. Change left. Okay, it has a RNAV. It has an RNAV approach. Okay. Wait. Is this the same? YMPC info. Has the weather changed? Yeah, because the... Okay, so we'll fly at night. That's okay. In the evening. That's okay. So it's it's 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 a.m. here in Sweden, and it's 6 o'clock p.m. in Australia, right? No, that's the universal time. Never mind. Let's do this way anyway. It can be an exciting flight over the water anyway. Weather, runways. Runway 26 recommended. However, runway 35 has a side. However, runway 65. Now you have to bear with me here while I do my reasoning around what kind of fly planning I do. So point cook runway 35 because it has an RNAV approach. However, my aircraft 35, no charts. So now I'm thinking that I maybe should do this. No VFR. If we do raw RNAV manual, we can do that. I think that's best. I will change the procedure. We'll remove this one. So this is a good. We are not allowed to fly over here. So we'll have to remove this. And now we are legal. That looks actually like a pretty reasonable flight. Everybody happy with that? Yes! Let's do it. And switch to IFR. Let's do it IFR. Ooh, that's too high up in the air. So send to ATC and avionics. Okay. So an RNAV approach, we have the altitude 2200. Speed maximum 190. At 25 nautical miles out, we should do that. Okay. This is going to be fun. Fun. Do we have any RNAV or any other navigation source here we can use? No. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. Please don't start on the runway. Please. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's see. Let's drink some coffee. Right. Lights everywhere. Okay. Just to mitigate that a little bit, let's turn on the flashlight. Okay. Hello. Oh, I need to clean my aircraft. Somebody forgot to put on the chocks. Somebody forgot to put on. Oh, somebody's been here messing with the aircraft. Okay, everything looks good. Let's get into this thing then. Do I have... Oh. Some sound in my ears. Look here? Oh, a cockpit. Let's jump in. Hello, cockpit. A little bit of flashlight. Okay. Fun all around. So this airport, yes, it has lights. That's nice. Okie dokie. Oh, okay. We'll need the thing. We are happy with that. The Aerostar doesn't have a checklist, a native checklist. So it's in the Aerostar little app there. Pre-flight complete, passengers briefed, seatbelts secured, cabin door. Bloop. Battery ignition off. Yes, no magnetos. Gear switch is down. Flaps is, well, we don't know that yet. So brakes test for firm. Well, it's a simulator. We will just, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, it feels so firm. Flight controls free. Yes, it seems like I can move everything. Parking brake is set. Yes. If I release it, I can't set it again because I need to press down with my feet and then set it. Okay. Switches are, let's remove these things because they are in the way. All off, 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 yes. Battery on. And why you want all the switches is off because when you turn on the battery you don't want like 1,000 things going on at the same time, because then you will have popping of the fuses. Yes, you will. Battery blink on. Now we can see flaps is up. Battery on. Gear locks lights are on. Elevator rudder trim is neutral. No. Let's trim that thing. Whoa. Let's trim that thing. Hello. Where were we? Gear lock lights on. Elevator rudder trim. Hydraulic shut off. Open. Open. Fuel. We have fuel. Yeah, we have sufficient fuel. Circuit breakers are in. We checked those just a second ago. Altimeter and shocks and clock. Sorry, and I just assume that the time is correct here. And altimeter. Now it's set to the current air pressure. Okay. Engine start. Whoopie-doo, be-doo. Prop full forward. Okay, I'll do this from go through mixture, idle cut off, throttle cracked, battery on. Fuel level, fuel selector, cycle listen. Okay, so right engine. Let's crack this thing. So we'll prime the engine first because we are a little bit cold. So we'll put it up here. We'll leave it there. No. First we're going to listen. Ooh. Ooh, yes, we hear the sound of the pumps. So they seem to be working. Ooh. Right. Okay. Fuel boost pump on. Throttle halfway. 1, 2, 3, back. Throttle to just cracked. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, it's kicking. It's kicking. Yes, yes, yes. Whew. I think I needed to prime that a little bit more. I will show you what happens here in the engine analyzer. Let's do when we do engine 1. Look at these. Look at these. Oh, just a second. I'm going to turn off this and turn on the generator first. Okay. If we look at the electrical system, we can now see that we are charging the battery with the right engine. And that's good. So this is engine 1. And we need some fuel in here. They are dry as the Sahara Desert. And first put engine number 2 on 1,000 RPMs. Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay. Everybody's happy. Yes. Okay. Let's do this. So, testing the pumps. Listen. Ooh. Okay. On. Throttle halfway. Boost pump on. And look at the cylinder tops when I turn this on, when I put the mixture forward. So 1, 2, 3, back. Okay. And I was almost over, did it there. Okay. Now we have some fuel in the cylinders. Let's start, and when we have ignition, poof, 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 we can introduce fuel, and here we go. Nice. Everybody's happy. Right. So the engine is doing what it's supposed to be doing. We need to turn off the fuel boost pump. We'll need to turn on the alternator so we get electricity. Whoops. We can look at the electrical system now. We have we're charging the battery from both engines. We need to put this on 1,000 RPMs. Let things slowly heat up. Okay. Where were we? We are. We have started engines. We have everything in the green. The aircraft looks happy. Now this aircraft was built before in the 60s, 70s, and 80s when there wasn't any light rules for international rules for when to turn on the lights, but we might as well turn them on. I should have turned them on earlier, of course. So my bad. See you back. No, it wasn't. Yeah, that's a funny thing. So the graphics in this thing here is loading in a little bit slower. So you can see the buttons between first. See? Oh, okay. No matter. And there are things that aren't in the checklist that is presumed, because also this is a 60s aircraft, so like a cabin fan, because it's pretty cold in here probably. So you'll see in a minute. We'll turn on the transponder so it can warm up. We'll turn on the master avionics. We'll turn on this thing. We'll leave that thing. We'll turn on that thing. And it's already tuned to this airport's ADF. So it's a good thing to know. If something happens, follow the yellow arrow and you'll get home again. Oil temperature is still low on one engine, that's okay. Fill, so instead of putting in all the numbers ourselves, we can do a little sheet here, update digital engine monitor, and then fill low. So outside temperature, we get a lot of good things to know here. Okay. And while we're searching for satellites, we'll check everything else. 14 degrees cabin heat at Celsius, 56 and whatever Fahrenheit. But we'll use Celsius because I am from Sweden. Okay, so what else do we need? Right now at least, yeah, we have the cabin air on cycling. We can increase the temperature a little bit. You have to be careful with that because it gets hot. It's very sensitive, the cabin heat system. I think it's more a simulator thing than it is a real world thing. Message 006, okay. We might as well put it at that. So we can sheet here, we can put this at 006. So 6 degrees, so we know which way to turn. But we are going to use GPSS mode here. So we will use the magenta line, not the arrow indicator for so many acronyms in this field. Anyways, let's turn this to the runway heading, 28, 24, 25, 26, 28. Sorry, 28. Of course, west is 270. So there we go. And why do we do that? Yes, we do that because if we have an engine failure at start, then we know which way the runway is, so we can align us. And I put this one here so I know roughly which way to go after takeoff. After all, it's night. This is how I do it. There are probably the right way to do it too. We can turn this thing on. I don't think it will do much, but we'll do it anyway. How are we on heat? And yes, looks good. I think we can taxi now. Yes, I think we can taxi now. We need some lights, of course. Let's turn on the lights because we can't fly with flashlights all the time. Let's turn off the flashlight. Oh, wrong button. So here we go. A little too bright. What's happening if I put on the cabin light? Absolutely nothing. I think that's only the, yeah, that's those. So we'll turn off the cabin light, but we can turn on the yes. Is this one lighting too? No, that is just ventilation. So we have that light. How much is that? I'm still learning about this aircraft, so it's good to know how much light we have. That doesn't give anything. That is... something is wrong with that light. Hey, A2A, if you watch this video, this thing is not lighting where it should be lighting. Let's turn it off. Did I turn it off? Yes, good. Away you go. Where did I put the instrument lights? Okay. Now I can see everything. At least somewhat. What temperature do we have outside? Yes. Okay, woody booty boo. Maintenance, electric systems. Yes, everything seems to be... it's fully charged. That's good. Engines are popping away. Happy. Happy as a pig in... as a happy pig. Flight info checklist. Let's go. Warm up and run up. We'll do that when we get to the runway. And I don't remember what I think maybe we can do it here because... no, we do it at the runway. We do it at the runway. We do it at the runway. Okay. Here we go. Let's talk to the radio. Now's taxi.
Yankee Kilo India, India traffic, SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo is taxiing to runway 28. Yankee Kilo India, India.
So Tango Alpha Bravo, that's the initials of my name, my full name. Alpha Bravo is my ordinary name, but Tango is my second name. So where did we taxi? 28. So let's see. We'll do sheet mode for this. We'll turn on the landing lights because we need some lights in front of us. I need to answer this. Okay, so okay, Schwinglish, as we call it when we mix English and Swedish. A little bit more heat. Come on, it's 30 degrees Celsius. It's cold in here. I need my Mesa. Mesa is what you put on your head if you're cold. Let's put the heat on. Let's do this. You'll see, we'll get up to like 34 degrees and everybody's sweating. It's like a sauna in here, and yeah. That will happen. I haven't figured that out yet. I have to read the manual. Okay. Where were we? We were at taxiing. Parking brake off. Whoa! I don't know where to go. Let's turn on sheet mode. Where are the blue arrows? They should be to the right of us somewhere here. Oh, Oh, look, that's a bulldog. SK50 we called it in Sweden when we used it as a trainer in the army. You see the Swedish insignia there. So the Swedish army flyers or air force is here in on this island training. That's interesting. Very nice aircraft to fly when it works properly. I had some bugs with it. So runway 28 anyway. So I think we'll taxi this way. Really fun aircraft to fly. If I win like a lot of money. Oh, ah! Oh my. Scared the bejesus out of me. Okay. I should have looked at the airport charts more. But here we are. Okay. I actually put rockets on that plane. That the SK50, like SK stands for skolflygplan, school aircraft, number 50. Anyways, let's talk about the Aerostar. So we are going to do the warm-up now. So 1000 RPMs. Let it settle, and then we go to 1500. Things are going to be shaking. We are checking for voltage. Everything is charging. Mixture is rich. Yes, engine instruments looks good. Set for 2100. Now it's going to shake even more. I'm really impressed with the brakes on this aircraft. So let's do that. Right engine is a little bit ahead. No. Left engine. Okay. Cycle. Okay, let's cycle the props. We'll do this both at the same time. So down to 1000. Do it again. This is to get oil into, make sure that you have the system is working properly and you have the oil that manages the governor and everything. But that works fine. We did it 3 times, that's okay. So now we'll do the magnetos, and I have had some problems here, so we'll start with the right engine. No problem. We are getting hot here, so we'll have to do this quickly. It's not good, but it's not bad. See, cylinder 5 is overheating. So we go down to 1000 again. Let everything settle down. We don't want it hot already when we take off. A good thing with this, what A2A has done is if I put the throttles on a, if I put them in a different states like this and I change them, then they change together. I love that. And if I want to reset them together, that they are synchronized with each other, I just go down to idle and then up again. So then I can manage the throttles differential, and then just have them that way when I fly. And I love that, and it's the same with the prop and these. I want every two-engine aircraft to be this way, because if you have, like me, a joystick with only one throttle on it, or I have two but they are awkwardly placed, then that makes things so much more fun. Oh, yammering away. We've done the gyro pressure. Yes, we've done everything. So we'll go to before takeoff, cabin door closed, controls, make sure full forward, fuel system prop, full forward, boost pumps on, instruments check, radius. Okay, we'll leave it at this, and then we'll taxi up. We'll have some things we'll do. Put on the hydraulic, the auxiliary hydraulic system, because we have the hydraulic system is driven by the right engine, and if we lose that engine, we still want hydraulic pressure, so then this will kick in. At least that's what I've learned so far. We can turn on the trim. We'll actually turn on the autopilot. This is just the master autopilot, so we get the flight director and everything, but we haven't turned on the autopilot. It's still off. We leave it at heading and attitude, and now we'll taxi out to the runway. So we'll do now take off, depart. We are departing north. Where did north go? I want to be able to take this and pull it down. Why can't I do that?
Yankee Kilo India, India traffic, SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Taking off runway 28, north departure, Yankee Kilo India, India.
So let's turn on the strobe light. You can see it's on and it's blinking ferociously. And we'll go out to runway. Let's do a double check. Yeah, no aircraft in the... Oop. On final. I forgot to close the blinds in the room where I'm sitting, so I have some lights on my TV. I'm using a 65-inch 4K TV, and I'm sitting really close, like what can it be, like 80 centimeters from the screen. And every dial is sharp because it's 4K, and every dial is just about scale 1:1 when you do that. So me being on Xbox, this is like a poor man's VR. But it works really nice. I have to turn my head to look at all the dials, and so it feels you get the a nice realistic feel. That's an unsolicited tip. So, old clock. Let's turn the timer. And I usually forget to do that. So we have before takeoff. We need these. We need pitot heat. We don't need prop de-ice. Instrument checks, radio set, flap 0 to 20. We don't need flaps for this runway because it's pretty long. Throttle after takeoff. We need to don't forget to tap the brakes after takeoff before we turn up, before we put up the gear because of the gyro effect, and also we don't want it to sling like stones and stuff in the bay for the gear. Okay, we are 40 minutes in, and this is going to be a long flight. Nobody's going to watch this because I'm just jamming. Every time I press my right mouse button to do the view, the brakes releases. That's what's happening. Okay, I think we are ready. How are we in heat? We have 20 degrees and rising, so we'll close that. Otherwise, I think we are going okay. So consider runway length. What do? We have ocean in front of us, so in case of a engine failure, we need to really know what engine that is failing. Feather prop, close fuel, stay above 120, and return to runway. Yes. Okay. Let's go. It's a little bit bumpy. Okay. Gear up. Pull back to 2.4 squared. That's 2.4 on manifold pressure and 2.4 on RPMs. Keep the heading. Make sure everything works the way it's supposed to work. Gear is up. Climb rate. Let's trim the aircraft for 1,000. Oh, that's 1,000 feet per minute. No, it doesn't want to do that. Okay, we'll leave it there. We are stable over 1,000 feet. We can turn off boost pumps. Boost pumps off. Everything looks good. Okay, we'll turn right to our heading while climbing. Engines look good. A little bit hot over here, so we can pull back. Manifold pressure is going back as we are going higher by itself, so pull back the prop a little bit. We'll set heading to right about there. Now what the GPS will do, it will put us in a 45-degree angle towards the magenta line automatically. This HSI isn't coupled to it when you have the GPS's mode set. So you should be on heading and just turn on the autopilot, and then it will do it by itself. So we might as well put it right about 45 degrees and autopilot on. We are why are we it should stay at that altitude, but we can fix that. We are aiming for 7,000 feet here, but we're in no hurry, so we'll leave it at 1,000 per minute. We need some more throttle. Now that we have some speed, we don't have to worry as much with the heat, because now we have a lot of air going into the engines. 4,000 feet. MSFS mode is selected, so it will capture the magenta line. Flaps it up before we didn't use it. Things looks good. How's the temperature in the cabin? 18 degrees. Still a little cold. Okay. Let's talk on the radio now that everything is stable. Melbourne Center. Request IFR clearance.
Melbourne Center, SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo, 5 miles north of Yankee Kilo, India. 4500. Request IFR to Yankee Mike Papa Charlie. Ready to copy.
The Tab Tango Alpha Bravo is cleared to Yankee Mike Papa Charlie Airport as filed. Squawk 274 tree.
2 7 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. Let's answer before they get angry.
SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo, cleared to Yankee Mike Papa Charlie Airport as filed. Squawk 274 tree.
Now we have intercepted the magenta line. I will talk about the autopilot.
Read back correct. Radar contact 5300. QNH 1006 continue to Tuvra following heading 015. Proceed on course. Climb and maintain 7000.
Acknowledge instructions. So we are in the wrong...
Continue to Tuvra following heading 015. Proceed on course. Climb and maintain 7000. SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
See, we are on inches of mercury here. I don't think they use that in Australia. I think they use, like we do in Africa, in Europe, that we use hectopascal. Not Texas, whatever. We don't use inches of mercury at least. But we'll change that later on, because what we want to do here is intercept 7,000, and as with these old kind of aircraft, you can go above like 200 and then go down to get some extra speed and then set it to the altitude. Now look here. This is what I talked about. It's good to have some other nav aid, because if everything fails here, then I can see that, okay, the runway is this way, the nearest. Especially when we're flying at night over the sea. What's the temperature? 16 degrees. Let's pull this out just a notch and see what happens. Do we have, how much electricity are we? Oh, so now we have just about 7,000. We'll do nose down. We'll grab some speed on the way down. This is standard, but this is, by the way, standard procedure in the Fokker F-27. And then we go. See, now we are above 180 altitude, and it ran away a little bit. That's when it will come up again. Okay. At least that's the way I do it. Okay. So we are at 7,000 feet. We are just about 180 knots. Everything looks nice. Nice, nice, nice. Zoom out here. Now we can see outside that we don't see anything. It's some clouds. behind us. Yeah, we're leaving the island. Forgot to clean the aircraft. Well, next time. So flight info, aircraft, controls. We are. So you can. Metric air pressure. So now you can see. So they said QNH 006. So yeah, so that's what we're going to use, 006. Okay, I'm pretty happy with myself so far. Probably hear that on my annoyingly heavy voice. Okay. So this is a... We're going to do a... RNAV approach. So we have to manage, but we don't have that. I don't know how to do it with the altitude, so we don't have the charts. So, but we do know, so we have to do the descending by ourselves, but we do know that we want to, if we look here, we want to be 2,200 feet at Mike Papa Zulu Sierra Echo. So when we pass the little inlet here we want to be at 2,000. So I think at here, around here, we'll do the descent. I could do the math, but I'm lazy today. So Aerostar, flight info, checklists, climbed, we're at cruise, now we'll, okay, so time to set the fuel economy here. So first, I told you in the beginning that I found some good. So mixture, lean to best power, best economy at 7,500 feet, so we'll go with that. So we'll do 2,100. Managed to lower the volume. Yes, that's 2,000. Down we go. RPM 2,100. No, let's put it at 2,000. Let's put it at 2,200. Up to 2. Okay, and then we lean the thing. There is some other pilot out there. Let's turn that off for now. So do lean, then we'll pull back and look at the temperature here. So if you look at my red handles here, they are going down. I'm using a button on my joystick, and we see the temperature is going up. We need to, we can't just pull it, we need to let the engine do its thing, slowly but surely. So as the temperature, the exhaust temperature is going up, we know that we are effectively burning fuel hotter and the engine is more effective. Because the higher up we are, the less oxygen the engine has. So what we do is we reduce the amount of fuel that comes into the engine. So the mixture, the ratio fuel to air or oxygen is the right amount to make the engine as efficient as possible. I know I'm no expert at this, so you're probably better off going on YouTube, searching for a rail pilot talking about this. Someone that's playing around with a simulator, but peak. And we're looking to be just above peak, so we'll wait. We want to be like 50. We'll leave it there. Minus. We want to be just above peak. Okay, yes, I just leave it there. Go look it up on YouTube. Don't take my word for it. How much do we have left here? We have enter, no, menu, data fields on, thank you. So we have distance 42. Much to see outside. Nope. Nope-a-doop. Poop. Lights are lighting. Don't seem to have any ice on the prop either. How cold is it up here? Well, did I touch something? Yes, I did. I was looking for my flashlight and accidentally pushed the controls. Flashlight. So yeah, a couple of degrees. So it's possible to get icing. But it is actually icing conditions, so we don't want the prop to get ice on it, because then it can fall off, and when it falls off, it's not good for our aircraft. So we'll turn on the icing. So let's make sure we don't use too much amps here. Obviously temperature 17 degrees, still cold. Let's put it out one more notch, see what happens. This is me just experimenting. So dials are happy, engines are happy, altitude is kind of happy. Flying for 20 minutes according to the clock. Let's see. We don't have a vertical nav profile, so. Here's the coastline. habit is to put the heading mode straight up after a turn. We still are connected to the King Airport ADF. Should we see if we have any other ADFs around? Now we are here. If something happens to us, then we can turn this. More info, frequency 398. 9. 8. Let's see if we can capture it. Yes! There we go. Seems right. That's nice. Okay. Approach. So the light is
Tap Tango Alpha Bravo, contact Melbourne Center on 135.7. Good day.
stop playing with the light.
Going to 1 tree, 5.7. SE tab, Tango, Alpha Bravo.
More coffee.
Melbourne Center,
This is now my
SE tab,
favorite
Tango,
GA
Alpha
aircraft.
Bravo, 7,000.
Tap Tango Alpha Bravo, Melbourne Center, UNH 1007. Radar contact. Continue to Tate.
So I think we are not allowed to go over 180 when we cross Tate. Microphone is doing stupid stuff. So mixture, I have to read up on this in the manual. Yep. 19 degrees, yes. Okay, my experiment is holding up. One more click. So I set this up, by the way, I've set up this aircraft to a let's see what we do, where we do that. Advanced options, normal wear rate and failure rate. So maybe I'll increase this just to yeah, see how I react if I have an engine failure or something. But we'll leave it at normal for now. Engines are engineering away nicely. Electrical system are looking good. Do checklist. Okay. So procedure. Select. I think that's already selected. Okay. Coastline. So I got on one of my videos, I got a comment. Someone said, no narration, automatically thumbs down. Well, and I answered it and I said, sometimes I cannot do narration because I have other people in the home. My girlfriend has works from home sometimes, and sometimes even though she's in another room and I don't hear what she's talking about, you don't know what a mic can pick up. So it's basic common sense and courtesy. Just don't have the mic on if it can pick up someone else talking. But I still want to do my flying, so then I have no microphone on. I'm not sure how the simulator will react here with this is being an RNAV approach. And with the simulator I mean ATC, if they will help us coming down to the right altitude, or if they will be annoying. I guess we'll see. Time to pull back a little bit on the throttle. Don't need to go full steam ahead. Slow down to 180. Let's see what happens if we pull back to 20 inches. Manifold pressure, yeah, slowly coming back to 180 knots. It's good. Oh, we lost contact with the shore. Clouds, clouds, clouds. In all practicality, this aircraft isn't rated for IFR icing conditions or VFR icing condition. It has the prop heat and it has the pitot heat, but it's not rated to go flying in icing condition. Known icing condition, that is. If you want to know what could happen if you do that, go read the book Faith is the Hunter by Ernst K. Gann. It's pretty terrifying. So we still have the landing lights on. This is why it looks like this. We're in the cloud now. So this is a Australia south to north series, but I didn't promise you that you should see anything about. Well, I can do better next time. But I think this is fun too, at least for me. Let's check the temperature. 21 degrees. That's good. We can take our cap off. Our hat off, or the mössa off. Our mittens off. Duck, 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 duck. Yeah. Everybody looks happy. Everything looks happy.
Tap Tango Alpha Bravo. You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
Okay.
Melbourne Center, SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Cancel IFR at this time.
Okay, what we'll do...
Tap Tango Alpha Bravo. IFR flight plan is cancelled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Okay, so what we'll do now, we'll do nearest airport, and we are going to, and my memory is like... sorry. We are going to YMPC. So, no, let's do the right thing first. Let's start descending, because this is going to be too exciting anyways. So we do attitude. Nose down. Pull back on the throttle. It's time to slow down anyway, but not all the way, because we don't want to shock cold the engine. We'll keep ourselves in the green arc here to 2,200 feet. YMPC. This is annoying. I would like to be able to there we are, Point Cook. Three 5. Where did it go? 3-5.
Yankee Mike Papa Charlie traffic. SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo. 21 miles south. 6,000 inbound to land. Runway tree 5. Yankee Mike Papa Charlie.
To go down a little bit faster. We can set our... Actually, we should have slowed down before. Descending, but... approach. We might as well turn on the fuel boost pumps. Increase the mixture a little bit, ignore that, just make sure we don't overheat anything. I think will be good. Still very fast. So I can't remember the... I think we have aircraft landing. Max 20 degrees flap, 175 knots. We need to know something a little bit because we are ripping away here. I see now that we will make it to 2200. Okay. 10 degrees flaps, can we do that? Yeah, so slowing down this aircraft is a problem. So we're nearing. Okay, you guys ready? Things is going to happen pretty fast now. So runway 35. That is there. I think we have to set up our approach ourselves. 2200, altitude set. Now we can slow down. We're at 175. Let's do 10 degrees flaps just to help us slow down a little bit. I think we'll go to OBS. Set it to, you see now we can set the course to runway course, which was 35 35 33 33 4 35. There is the runway course. See, now we turn this so we can use this to go in right way there. That looks good. Now we can increase the flap to 20. Lose some speed. Increase the prop a little bit. Checklist. Aircraft. No. Checklist. Aerostar. Here we go. 140. So fuel boost pump is on. Nav lights is on. Cabin heat is. Prop de-ice is off. Cabin heat is off. If we crash, we don't want unnecessary things. Igniting fuel. I don't know if that's the case, but we'll keep it at GPSS. Throw the gear down. I think we are a little bit high. Flaps 30. And there is the runway. So we are going to land there. We have it in sight. So that's that. Whoa! Speed, 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 speed. Autopilot off. Autopilot is off. Aviate. Navigate. Communicate. So first we'll fly. So if we don't get what the aircraft is doing with the autopilot, we'll fly the aircraft. Oh, the wind is. Oh, the wind is. This is going to be interesting. Let's see how it's pushing us. This is way. Woohoo! Okay. Let's tell the people down there that we are on final.
Yankee Mike Papa, Charlie traffic, SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo is on final. Runway tree 5 to land. Yankee Mike Papa Charlie.
Time to prop up a little bit. Trim, 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 trim. Trim up the nose. Here we go. Here we go. 100 knots. That's good. Okay, if we lose an engine now, we'll abort. No, we'll just keep on landing, but we'll feather cut fuel. We do not try to restart. We just land. So, stupid me test. Gear is down, flaps full. Trees. Whoa! Who put those there? Well, I did have a pretty shallow approach. But we need to talk to somebody about those trees. Not the best landing I've done, but hey. I've done worse. Okay, let's taxi off this thing. Flaps up. I have no idea where we're going here. Announced clear of runway.
Yankee Mike Papa, Charlie traffic, SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo is clear of the runway.
Heat off.
Yankee Mike Papa
Turn
Charlie.
on heat again. No, this is the next runway, so I am lost. How? What do we do now? We did a boo boo. Next to parking. Let's see.
Yankee Mike Papa, Charlie traffic, SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo is taxiing to parking. Yankee Mike Papa Charlie.
So this is highly illegal. We're taxiing on the runway, the other runway here. But let's get out of the way as quick as possible. Those people up there in the tower, they are not happy with me right now. They're so angry. I'm going to get a number to call. And they are going to yell at me because I'm stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. We can turn off the auto trim. We can turn off the auxiliary hydraulic pump. Taxi it like you stole it. And now we are up against the runway again. No, no, this is the... Okay. At least we're cooling off the engines. Ah, now here is the parking. And I wish there was a way to turn off that tug thing because it's annoying. Okay. Parking brake on. Approach. Did we do this thing right? We can turn off the fuel pumps. Landing. 100 knots. We did that. Well, at least let's set this to 0. After landing, prop fully forward, yes. Flaps up, boost pump off, trim tabs neutral. That's for our next flight. Cabin heater off. Okay, no more heat for us. So heat off. But I'll leave these this way because 23 degrees is okay. Shut down. Parking brake set. Idle. Engine cool down. Radios and lights off. So we can turn off this thing. We can turn off this thing. This thing. We can turn off the avionics master switch. That was stupid of me. Now I can't see the engine heat. Ah, well, I can see it here. That thing is off. We'll turn off the landing lights. We'll turn off the strobe lights. We should have turned off that before because now we have blinded everybody on the airport. Well, I'm going to need to do that phone call anyway, so why not? We'll leave the fan on so we don't suffocate. We'll leave the bacon on. nav light. We need the beacon on so people know that the aircraft is on and there are propellers spinning. Let's see what the manual says for hydraulic system, landing gear, avionics. I have some reading to do. Leaning. Yeah, so leaning is like three or four pages. Procedures, climb, let's see. Shutdown, parking, set idle, engine cool down. Oh, I wish they had told us what temperature is cool. Well, I have no more patience for this, so let's do it. So I forgot to put this on full for landing. My bad. So some procedures I need to be more aware of, and I need to read the checklists more thoroughly. That's on me. Blub, 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 blub. Blub, 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 blub. We can turn off the beacon, we can turn off the fan, we can turn off the alternators, the magnetos. Okay, now the engines are shut down. You can see we're using only the battery now. And we'll pull back the props. We just check so everything is off. Off, 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 off. Because this aircraft, you can save the state. So, and I have put that on because I like that. I think that is fun. And I think I am pretty good at this now. Off. Off. Okay. So, inspect the airframe. Everything looks good. Inspect the engines. Yes. That looks good. We have oils. Engine 2, inspect. Airframe. Clean the bugs. Took. Thank you, A2A, for making this aircraft. Actually, I think it's pretty much my favorite GA aircraft right now. Let's get out of the cockpit. Flashlight is on. We need to put on the shocks because someone forgot that last flight. Yes, thank you. And let's tie the thing down. Shocks on this side. Goody, goody, good, good, good. Okay, thank you for watching. I forgot to do a screenshot, so we'll do that. Okay. Look, all the bugs are gone. I used to fly gliders in the late 90s, early 2000s, and bug cleaning is a big part of flying aircrafts. Yep, it is. Anyways, bye bye. Thank you for enduring so far. Maybe we'll make a shorter flight the next time. We'll see. We'll see. Bye bye. Oh, please subscribe, by the way. Just to be nice. Thank you. Please. Bye bye.